Hello and welcome. Because of the great support that I had on the last video looking at the upcoming releases for the Primaris Space Marines, I thought I'd do this extra video today because they're all up for pre-order. So this is Games Workshop's website. As you can see here, they're right at the front. You've got the first Codex of the new edition. Pre-order that. You can pre-order the biggest, toughest Dreadnought ever, and then it just says no infantry are safe, but they're obviously the aggressors. And then you've got the very expensive limited edition Codex, and so on. So what I normally tend to do is just go on new and exclusive, and then you've got a couple of the pre-order releases there, and then I click on pre-orders. I normally go all. You can keep it on recommended, but sometimes I go price high to low. And here we go. So here are the releases. So we'll start off with the first one, which is the Codex. So it is £30. I think I might have said in my video it's 35, and then I found out from another source that it was going to be 30, which is excellent because I think that's how much the previous Space Marine Codex cost in hardback. It says here it's a 208-page hardback. So not quite the 280 pages or 282 pages of the rule book, but still 208 page. If we compare that to the previous Codex, the previous Codex was 200 pages, so it's 8 pages more. And there are about, I think there are more releases with the Primaris Space Marines than those 8 pages. So maybe they've cut back on some of the artwork or some of the fluff or something. They've cut back on something to squeeze all of the new Primaris releases into this new Codex. You've got a bit of a shot there of some of the artwork, and then the Indomitus Crusade, which basically takes place straight after the Primaris Space Marines are awoken, and Rabute Gilliman goes on this massive crusade to try and reunite a lot of the worlds and sort of put out fires that are happening across the galaxy. And the book by Guy Haley goes into the Indomitus Crusade a little bit, but the book is sort of straight after. It's the end phase of that crusade. This is quite interesting. What do we have here? So we've got some plasma. It doesn't really say. It just says plasma extent. I can't read that very much at all. But you've got the plasma weapons on the Interceptors. It looks like you do now have the Intercessors, the multi-pose ones now, I think, because you've got a different sergeant, Primaris with an Auspex, and some different poses. And then you've got the Hellblasters with the plasma incinerators. I keep having to refer back to the books and things because incinerator to me just sounds like a flamer weapon, but the sergeant's pretty cool there. Look, he's got his plasma pistol too, or is it a heavy plasma pistol? Who knows? And then you've just got the standard sort of mini Marines, you know, the Devastators and the Assault Marines. So that's quite a good little photo there, because you've got more Primaris there than actual, you know, normal Marines. Okay, so let's go back. So then you've got the Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought. It's £40. I think I said it would be about £40 in my video, so that's pretty good. It comes with a number of options. It's got a Gatling cannon or a plasma incinerator, so it's called the same as what the Hellblasters have. It's just a plasma incinerator. I would have thought it would be a heavy plasma incinerator. That would make more sense, but there you go. Then it comes with a Redemptor Fist, heavy flamer support weapon, a Gatling cannon. Again, you've got a Gatling cannon as the main weapon, but then a Gatling cannon on, you know, underslung its fist. So heavy Gatling cannon, that would have made more sense. 2 chest-mounted Fragstorm grenade launchers or storm bolters, and a carapace-mounted Icarus rocket pod for aerial denial. So it's got a 90mm round base. So there you go. That's it with its plasma incinerator. You got a nice little 360-degree view. It sort of stops at the back, and then that ass. I mean, its rear does stick out a bit. It's got these big hip joints, but then really chubby sort of shins, lower leg, and then it's difficult to see how big the feet, the actual toes are, but that back toe is tiny. It really is tiny. Got good calves though, but still, that back toe. I mean, he must weigh a lot, but still. I think a good shot at the top there would tip him. Got to tip him. But anyway, yeah, that's quite decent. This is what I really like though. I really like this image, which basically shows that it's a dreadnought within a dreadnought, a little bit like a Centurion. So there you've got the fists slightly open, you've got the armor plates open, and it's just revealing the sarcophagus. And it certainly reminds me of sort of RoboCop, you know, with the human sort of entombed in like a machine with these ridiculous weapons. More RoboCop 2 than anything. It's almost sort of Titanfall. These designers and things, I mean, they must have been watching a lot of Fury Road and playing a lot of Titanfall. That's all I'm going to say. Definitely you see cues from those universes. There you go, there's another picture of sort of the alternate weapons. You've got the flamer, and then the Gatling cannon, and then this large Gatling cannon, but it's not called a heavy Gatling cannon. And then you've got the little Icarus missile pod, and then you've got one in the Blood Angels colours, and there you go. It's a 3-sprue kit, it looks like. Pretty decent. And the transfer sheet is again Ultramarines only, but yet they've got Blood Angels transfers on there, unless there's another transfer sheet in the box, but who knows. Then you've got the Reavers, controversial because Batman is in this squad. There you go, you've got this grappling hook gun. I originally thought that they would all include helmet versions, but there you go. Here's some more pictures of them. I like this sort of heavy bolt pistol, or pistol with a grappling hook sort of attached to it. I think that's really cool. I also like these fins at the back. Is it a grav chute? It gives the impression with the power pack that that's actually thrusters. So for newcomers, they might be like, oh, you know, all of these Space Marines have these like little jet thrusters. They don't. They're just the exhaust vents. These fins, are they part of the grav parachute? I would think so. I do like this sort of stubby bolt gun with the foregrip. I really like that. It's really cool. Really cool pose as well with the helmet. Just that shoulder pauldron just bugs me. It would have been nice if they had the same shoulder pauldron. Oh well. And you got some more pictures of different chapters. I like the salamanders dude there. Pretty cool. Showing you the foregrip as well. And this guy with the blade that he's about to unsheath. And the Space Wolf 1 isn't amazing though. Yeah, that's a pretty good one too. To me that looks like they put some sort of wash or something on the blade. Nice colours, great map on there. Or the hollow data slate or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, lots of detail, I like that one. So that's the Primaris Reavers. And then we've also got the Primaris Aggressors. So I'm pleased that they went down this route. I think the price isn't too bad, £30 for models this size. I'm pleased that they went down this route instead of the Centurions. And this is what I said when the Centurions came out. I said £47.50 for 3 models is just ridiculous. You've got 2 options in that kit, but the second option you can't even use them as spare parts and things because they were sort of close combat power drills, and also you had all the different weapons for those as well, like the melter gun and the flamer and so on. Whereas the route they've gone down for this one is £30, which is what I sort of suggested that Centurions should be anyway if they were going to sell them in either the Devastator role or the Assault role. So these Aggressors, you could say that they're a mixture of both. Their armour, again, is only a 3+, according to the Captain in Gravis armour. I can't think that they'd be a 2+. In the fluff it says that they're as good as Terminator armour, but less effective against flamer type weapons. but they still offer an awful lot of protection. But really, I'd want a 2+ save with that Gravis armour. I wouldn't want a 3+ save, regardless of the wounds and regardless of it giving another toughness. With that armour, I'd want 2+. Same as Terminator armour. Yeah, you can forgive the invulnerable 5+ save. That's fine. That's what I'd be wanting, because I think Centurions are a 2+ as well. So yeah, it looks like these actual ranged weapons called Auto Bolt Storm Gauntlets or Flame Storm Gauntlets. Now, Flame Storm Gauntlets, whether that just means that they've got flamers on them, or whether they are actually Flame Storm with AP3. Now, that's going to be pretty horrific. You know, they come with the Power Fists. They come with this. It's called a Fragstorm Grenade Launcher, so it's not actually a missile launcher, it looks like. I think that's a bit poor. I would have liked them to see them with sort of, you know, Strength 8 AP3 sort of missiles rather than like a, you know, grenade launcher. Well, we'll see how effective this Auto Bolt Storm weapon is. These guys, at the end of the day, might only be good in close combat because of their Power Fists. They might be able to pump out a lot of shots, but we'll see. One of the main things is this Flamestorm Gauntlet, whether it is AP3 or whatever, and also the points cost. We'll see how much they cost. Here's some other pictures of them with this grenade launcher. But I can understand that now that it's a grenade launcher rather than a missile launcher. I can completely understand why they've chosen to put it vertical and not horizontal. It makes a lot of sense. But obviously, you know, if you just saw the pictures of them, like I did, you'd automatically assume, well, that's just missile launcher, because we're so used to seeing, you know, Terminators with them. Okay, that's the aggressors, and then we'll have a quick look at the other sort of releases. So they've brought out this kill shot, which is the same as you buy in those 3 Predators separately, but apparently there's a new sort of formation thing going on with them. There's the Primaris edition. Crikey, Primaris edition of the Codex. We'll have a look at that in a moment. And then you've also got Codex Space Marines Collector's Edition. So this is £50. So this is £20 more. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Now this is only available for Games Workshop. So you know, £50. It looks like it's pared back, which is fine. It's got a page keeper or turner. Nice artwork. It says it's a soft touch cover, new artwork front and back, black page edges, black ribbon marker, and then the Codex cover on the first page. So whether you think that it's worth an extra £20 for a different front and back cover, and whether you think it's also worth that money for the page keeper and the black page edges for the extra £20, it's up to you. It's been 2 years since the last Codex release, and then it was about 2 years before that as well. One would assume that in 2 years they're going to replace it again. So if you think it's worth the £50 sort of every 2 years, then go ahead. I mean, obviously if you play a lot, you're going to get more out of it, but still a lot of people have phones, iPads, things like that. It's a lot more efficient if you just take pictures of all of the data sheets of your Codex and then, you know, view them on your phone or your tablet when you go to games, rather than carting around a big sort of 200-page book. But there you go. There's that collector's edition of the Codex. Personally, for me, I'd rather just get the standard edition at half the price. By that I mean if you get it from third party and things, well, less than half the price actually. And then all you're missing out on is just a page turner and the different covers. That's it. And then we've also got this Primaris edition, which is £150. I mean, I thought that the special edition of the rulebook for £250, I thought that was a lot of money. I mean, that's a games console, pretty much, for a book. Well, it's got a couple of books in, but still. I thought that was a lot of money, but £100 less, and you're getting the Primaris edition. What do you get in this? Well, you get this big sort of cardboard thing to put the books in. It looks. They haven't got a video out, I don't think. They might release a video very shortly about this if they haven't already. but it looks like you get a Only in Death, an exclusive 96-page hardback containing a range of Space Marine artwork, classic and new. Then you get an 80-page mini codex, and then you get the 208-page codex. So let's have a look. So there's the mini codex. One would assume it's going to be the same number of pages, just in a harder to read font, in my opinion. Harder to read size of font, and then you get this cardboard box to put it in, and then it looks like you get the art book as well. Oh, you get some nice victory command point tracker for use in games. 4 art cards. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's the codex with the Primaris Space Marine Gravis armor. That's pretty good artwork. That's the mini decks with the new Chaplain, and then this one with the Ancient is the Only in Death art book. It's just a shame. It would have been nice to have all these 3 separate, you know, and maybe get a discount for buying them all as one. So say that they were, I don't know, £30 each, or 25 for the mini decks, 25 for this, and then, you know, £30 for the codex. That would have been great, but no, £150 for all 3. And then you've got 4 art cards. It does look like it's a very nice edition of the codex though, because it's got the page keeper as well. So that's say that's like £50, and then you've got a mini dex. Let's say that is £25. That's 75. Let's say the art book is another, let's just say it's 30. That's 105. So it's £45 for the cardboard box and the tracker and the art cards. I don't know. I just think that these editions are very expensive anyway for something that's only going to last 2 years. But there you go. I don't really want to end on a negative note. I think fantastic first week. Good luck if you can afford all of that. Seriously, just the releases without the codex is £105. It's shown there. No discount for buying them all at once. You get your 10 Reavers, your 3 Aggressors, and your Dreadnought. So pretty much for 13 Space Marines and a Dreadnought, it's £105. That's one way of looking at it. But plus your codex, that's £135. You could go for the collector's edition, and then it's £155. You could go for your cards as well. Apparently there are some dice, but they're not showing on here. Well, I can't see them. But there you go. So it's going to be about £135 for the releases just for this week. And then my assumption is that next week you're going to have the Interceptors. I think there'll be a box of 3. You're possibly going to get the Repulsor tank, which might be £45 or £40. The Apothecary, the Chaplain. Then you've also got the Intercessors, which, judging by the Reavers, I think they will be a box of 10. And I think it'll align with my prediction of £35 for 10 Space Marines. That's, you know, I think that's what they can get away with charging. And then I think it'll be a squad of Hellblasters. Whether that be 5 Hellblasters or 10, I'm not sure. I'm leaning on 5 though. And then that's all the releases. And then in August, throughout August, probably we'll get the Death Guard releases. I mean, they've been teased for months and months and months. So I know a lot of people are waiting for them, and I'm going to try and get them if I can. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope it's been useful. I just made it on the back of the positive feedback and likes and things from the previous one. If you've enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and leave a little comment. Thanks ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.